Out the gate, we're going to start with, I like to call him Mr. Platinum.
Obviously, we need to get into it. We have themes, we have production, we have favorite tracks, and then we have our overall rating. And let's go. Let's start with some themes.
Big theme for me is I feel like it's a atrocity that this album doesn't get the praise that it deserves. But the theme is basically this funny city to me, like just a in the life, a day in the life. Whoa, what's going on?
You it's out of control right now. I'm gonna have to keep that censor button close to my chest.
But it just feels like a fun day in Atlanta of like those prime late 90s 2000 skits that are telling a story of kind of like being in Atlanta, maybe scamming, trying to get some girls over, like talking to your friends about where the girls at. Mm-hmm. And it feels triumphant because this is Def Jam creating a whole division for the South. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, I think Luda.
Def Jam South was a combination of Luda, Jermaine Dupri, kind of spearheading that up.
That was monumental because it was at this point in time where I was like, yeah, that's where I want to be. Like I want to be Def Jam South. Then Bad Boy South came out. But I definitely want to be a part of.
Was that Jeezy and what's his group?
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The theme was just a fun day of like that.
Yeah, I think one of the themes that resonates with me is it's the Black experience in an album. When I think about going to the hood and sitting in the barbershop, this album is synonymous to that. This feels like a weekend for Black folks.
Yeah, a fully packed week.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not a weekend. Because I think about from Friday to
Saturday
to Sunday. Because Sunday is also in the week. Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, good point.
It could be the week start for people. But from Friday to Sunday, this feels like this album is a part of all of those elements, or those elements are in this album. And Ludacris is masterful in picking beats, his lyrical choices, and his flair and delivery, and also on his order of the song. So you mentioned that beforehand. Picking his sequencing is something that he's extremely good at.
He's perfect. I don't think there's many artists that can even compete with his level of sequencing.
No.
It's just to have the unskippable records, like no skips, back to back to back, where you'll go through and you'll listen, you'll be like, oh man, this was a single. This was a single. This was a single. Like, I knew this song because everybody was talking about this song.
And he shot videos for every single one of them.
Yeah. Like, unheard of, bro. And I don't know. It's just very impactful, especially like for Southern lyricists. And while a lot of people don't take Ludacris seriously sometimes because of the way he jokes, and we did an episode on that, I think this is just classic, bro. It's just classic Southern hip hop, and I love it.
Yeah. So let's talk about production. I'm gonna list off the folks that are listed in here. First, we have Bangladesh, formerly known as Chandre before became Bangladesh. Timbaland, Swiss Beats was on Crybabies. Oh no, Organized Noise. Jazzy Faye, P. King the Specialist, Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson is the voice of Greatest Hits. He's the announcer voice.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
KLC. I'm not sure who that is, actually. I would like to know, though. Who is KLC, the producer? Kentucky League of Cities. Says he's New Orleans producer. This person worked with No Limit and Mystical, but I don't see too many credits here. There's some Word of Mouf, Tarantula.
That's another classic album.
So those are Juka and Jermaine Dupri with Welcome to Atlanta. So those are some of the producers that are on here. What do you feel about the production style?
I think he picked the best artists, or not best producers, for this project. Timbaland always gave Luda the bounce, and in a way that was very unique. Because a lot of times, if it wasn't for him saying anything about Timbaland, you wouldn't necessarily immediately know this was a Timbaland produced beat.
Yeah.
The Jazzy Faye feature, in terms of, I think he did All Around the World, or area codes. I mean, not all around the world.
Area codes, yeah.
And that is like, Jazzy Faye used to be in a bag, and it probably still is in a lot of different ways, but it was smooth. It was very telling. Bangladesh, doing the tracks that he did before he became Bangladesh, which just shows just how dope he is as a producer. I didn't know Swizz was on this album. Like, and that is very understated, but also just says more to like Ludacris's song construction and everything. So I was just like, I'm very, very blown away by the classicness of the production on this album.
Yeah, Ludacris is the type of artist that doesn't let the producer outshine him. He very much is like toe for toe with the song. It's the record itself. Like, he's the instrumental and him on the same level, and he finds a way to meet that instrumental where it is. So he's really good at filling all the gaps. He's good at adding some more interest for you to hear and listen to in the way the record is constructed. He just is good at his craft, so much so that his lyrics and the music blend well together.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song?
Probably Rollout. Rollout, I practice a lot, especially to get the double time parts. Ludacris was very integral in like that experience you get of listening to songs, reading the lyrics, trying to say them exactly right, as fast, trying to go faster, and building your punchline style off of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. This was middle school, and I shouldn't have been listening to this shit in middle school.
I still don't know how I know all of these songs the way I do.
6th grade, my dude. Fresh out of elementary, like, roll out, ho.
So, get out my business. I have no business.
Yeah, exactly. Let's listen to a bit of it.
What is your favorite song off of
This is a difficult one because I love this album so much, and it's the inspiration to me even starting to rap and getting those skills in place. For me, I'm gonna say my favorite song is "Freaky Things," because it was.
Whoa. It's getting a little hot.
You gotta go home. So the reason why is not for the content of the song. It's for the technique in the song. The double time, triple time, like,
I'm focused, man.
Getting all of the look, man. Getting all those skills together.
Yeah.
Rap skills.
Oh. What?
Getting all those rap skills together was what I was focused on, and Ludacris and Twista helped me kind of get those skills. Yeah, like practice triplets and double time.
Dog, the double time kings, and shout out to this would have been like the first little Chicago link up, like to his Chicago roots, and the fact that he was born in Chicago, then moved to Atlanta.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take a little bit of a detour here.
Okay,
because it's not just about the songs. I have a favorite skit because the skits are absolutely immaculate
and hilarious, every last one of them.
So they're so great, they're so good that you can't really bypass them. So yeah, my favorite skit is the greatest hits skit. So let's take a listen. This is why this album was so entertaining for me.
Dog. As a sixth grader, bro.
Yeah.
It was just it was basically like listening to Grand Theft Auto before Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and or any other Vice City, really, where the radio stations had their own flair. That's what every one of these skits felt like, and they were still on beat, which is the funniest part about that. Like, they were off beat but still on beat, because it's just,
you can't make it hard to listen to. You just have to enjoy it.
Yes, and it's enjoyable. And I made the point that all of the songs on the greatest hits off the first album, you're just like, oh, I know that one. I remember that one. I'm like, dog, these was nuts.
Right. So let's head on to our arbitrary rating for this one.
I got 5 at the time. Pepsi cans.
Are you talking about his Pepsi commercial?
Yeah. I got 5 Pepsi cans out of 5 because this is a classic album. There are no skips. Ludacris does his due diligence on each and every song. He brings it. All the features were there. I remember how excited I was for any new artist under somebody's roster, because I was like, oh, I can follow this person from the beginning of their career. I-20 was dope. Fate killed on Growing Pains.
And no, that's 4 Eyes. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shout out 4 Eyes. But just shout out the whole group, because this is how you produce an album. He kept the energy up throughout. Even when switching to the slower tempo songs, you didn't feel a drop off in energy or charisma or style. So 5 out of 5 Pepsis.
I'm biased, first of all.
Very much.
So my rating is not going to be what everybody else would rate it necessarily. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 Big Head Ludas.
Hey.
So that was his style. That was his thing. He lived that character for a long time, and something excellent. So 5 out of 5 Ludacris heads for that one.